Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis and I want to welcome you back to the channel. Well, it is coffee time, and as you know on this channel, on my B channel, we do all kinds of different K-Cup tests and different types of coffee tests and so on. And I am down to my last bag of coffee from Blackout Coffee Company. They sent me a bunch of their coffee varieties to test out on the channels, and we've been doing that over the last couple months. This is their Covert Ops Cold Brew. Now, if you're not familiar with Blackout Coffee Company, they're fairly new to the coffee game. They're a small company. They've got a really cool variety of coffees, and I'll put the website address on the screen here for you, as well as post a link down below. We're going to be putting it in this mug for tomorrow morning when we get up. This is the Blackout Coffee Company mug. Very cool design, nice and hefty, holds a lot of coffee. Definitely enough to get me started. So, if you're not familiar with your cold brew coffees, there's a lot of different ways you can make them, and I'm going to show you what you need to do it here. Now, if you buy our coffee pre-ground, it makes it even easier. We've got whole bean. We're going to open the package. I'll just give you kind of an idea about the flavor profile, what to expect, and then we're just going to go ahead and make it. And then tomorrow morning when I get up and get ready to go to work, we're going to finish it off or get it started and drink it and see how it is. So, now when it comes to your cold coffees, your cold brews, they do make a nice base for creamers, sugar. You know, if you want to make some kind of like a latte or some kind of a blend smoothie concoction, you can do that too with cold brew coffees. A good cold brew coffee should not be too bitter, should not be too ashy, should not have any kind of a burnt taste on the back, and it should be nice and smooth. It's a bit of a change drinking cold brew coffee, I have to admit, but it's something that I've gotten used to, especially as it gets warmer outside as summer starts to show up. So let's go ahead and make this up real quick. I'll show you everything you need, and we will go from there. Okay guys, so when you go to make your cup of cold brew coffee, if you get yourself pre-ground coffee, you don't have to worry about having a bean grinder. If you don't have one, you definitely want to pick one up. This is going to be whole bean, but again, you want to use a coarse ground coffee. You don't want to do an espresso drip grind. Coarse grind or just regular drip grind right out of a can of, say, Folgers is going to be fine for you. And I actually use the hopper out of one of my coffee makers, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to rinse this out with cold water first, okay? Now this is going to be for tomorrow morning. We're going to set that on top of the mug, and then the coffee that we've mixed together, we're going to pour it into here, and this is going to separate the grinds from the coffee itself. It's going to be almost like a double filtering. It's going to, you know, it's already mixed up, but then the filter is going to stop a lot of the sediment and just give you a nice smooth cup that's going to make its way into the mug. Seems a little bit unorthodox, but it works really well. And you need some kind of a mason jar, mixing jar, some kind of a jug that has a lid on the top of it, just so that it doesn't spill out, and so you can kind of shake and get stuff mixed up really well. So let's go ahead and move on to the ratio of coffee to water that you're going to want to go with. Okay guys, so just as a general rule, you probably want to go with about 6 ounces of water for every tablespoon of coffee that you scoop into your jar or jug or whatever you want to mix up your mix with. And again, I just opened up the package today. Now, I mean, ideally you want to drink your fresh roasted coffee as quickly as you can. You want to get it brewing and stuff within like 7 to 14 days. But I just opened it up. The package has been sealed and it smells wonderful right now. Definitely has a lot stronger dark roast smell to it. It's kind of hard to explain. A little more toasted. Definitely smells a lot stronger. So we'll see if it mellows out as it has a chance to steep overnight when we're brewing this up. But I think it's going to work out good. So I'm going to grind up a couple tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons, and I'll show you what the consistency is that you're going to want to look for if you grind your own beans. Otherwise, if you get your own pre-ground coffee, you will be good to go. Okay, so you want to make sure that you grind up enough to give you 2 basically heaping tablespoons full of coffee. And you can see the grinds that we're dealing with here. A little bit more. This is a little bit larger grind than maybe what you're going to get in your drip brew coffee, but it doesn't matter. I'm still kind of learning the ratio on this stuff. And so, again, that's what you're dealing with. All right, let's go ahead and get this mixed up and get it steeping overnight. All right, so let's hope we get this in the first take here. We'll go ahead and get the coffee going into the jug. I might lose a little bit, and that's okay. Mason jars work a little bit better. Fortunately, I don't have one, so we're just going to go with this. Like I said, we want to shoot for 2, basically heaping tablespoons. You can do 1 if you want it a little bit milder too. That's always an option. But I'm just going to go with 2. Me, it doesn't really matter. Okay, there's that. Okay, put that off to the side. You can save that coffee for later in a little baggie if you want to. And then just go ahead and add your 12 ounces of water. Again, you want to make sure that what you're putting your water into is able of holding 12 ounces. So again, if you've ever done, you know, any kind of sun tea or anything like that, where you just let the bags kind of seep out in the sun with your water, it's kind of the same idea, except this is going to be happening in a fridge. And so we're just going to kind of mix it up a little bit. You can stir it if you want to, but having a bottle like this allows me to just kind of shake it up. Now it's going to make a concentrate, and you can drink it as is if you want to. If you find that to be a little bit too strong, you can water it down with some cold water. Again, you can use it as a base to mix with some creamers if you wish. You know, the combinations are pretty much limitless. Okay, so just keep mixing it up a little bit. It's not bad. You get kind of a little bit of a slurry in here. So what you want to do is just go ahead and just put this in the fridge and just let this sit overnight. And then just to show you kind of what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and put our filter in our hopper. Now you can use a funnel if you want to. Obviously make sure it's a food grade funnel or a funnel you've been using in your kitchen. Yeah, I don't recommend you grab something out of the garage. We're going to run a little bit of cold water through this. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that on top of the mug, and then we're going to pour this in to the filter, which is going to catch all the grinds, which will then go into the mug, and then I'm all set to go for my cup of cold brew coffee. Again, I'm going to do it just straight so I really get an idea about the flavor profile of the coffee. I'm not going to mix any creamer with it. Probably going to shake this bottle up probably one more time before I go to bed, but it is currently steeping as we speak. And so hang tight, guys. We will see you tomorrow morning. And before I get to mention it, don't forget you want to pull off your little rubber stopper from your coffee maker, and then what that's going to do is allow your drip stop and your spring to come out. And to reassemble this, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is just push your plunger right here back in the hole, and then go ahead and just put your little rubber washer back on, and you're going to be all set to go. So make sure you do that before you set this down and start pouring, because nothing's going to come out otherwise. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and strain out the cold brew coffee. It's had a chance to steep overnight. I apologize if I'm a little bit slow. It's 6:15 on a Monday, and we're just getting ready for work. So we did run a little bit of cold water through the filter. What that does is it kind of gets rid of that paper flavor that can kind of seep its way into small cups of coffee. If you ever use a paper filter, it can be a problem. And again, we did take that stopper out of the bottom of the little hopper here, and let's just go ahead and filter it out. Now, like I said before, and I've said this a million times, you can use this if you want to as a base for cream or milk or sugar, creamer, pretty much whatever your heart desires in terms of making up a coffee blend for the morning. I'm going to just drink it just regular, straight black, just to see what kind of flavor characteristics you can expect from the coffee. So we're going to go ahead and let that filter. I'm going to get this all cleaned up. It should only take a few seconds, and we'll come right back. Alright guys, so here is that moment of truth where we give it a try and we see how it is. Okay, initial taste impressions, it's smooth. Yeah, it's kind of a medium dark roast flavor to it. Not overly bitter, not too smoky on the back end, not burned. This is good stuff. I could see mixing it with like a nice, maybe just a French vanilla creamer, hazelnut creamer, put it on ice, you're all set to go. So yeah, Blackout Coffee Company, Covert Ops Cold Brew. We are definitely good to go. Guys, I want you to check them out. And again, I've got the web address down in the comment section, the description section of this video. Guys, I want you to have yourselves a great week. We got ourselves our coffee. We're all set to go. If you never tried cold brew coffee before, give it a try. It's really not that hard to make. Guys, I want you all to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.